How's it going, guys? It's Will Phelps here with Phelps on the Fly. I'm currently out on the Blackfoot River and we're fishing dries. I just came upon a pod of rising fish. I believe they're mostly cutthroat. This river has been mostly cutthroat trout. And I'm assuming they're eating BWOs. I'm not seeing a lot of bugs out right now, but yesterday I fished off camera and I also caught some on October caddis. So there are a lot of bugs out. It just got cold here and fall is really starting to set in. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous. The leaves are starting to change colors and it really doesn't get much better than this. I'm staring at a bunch of rising fish and hopefully we can get one. Really excited. So in the modern day of fly fishing, I feel like a lot of us anglers lose sight of why we fish. I know I have personally, especially with Instagram and Facebook and all these other reasons to go out and fish just for the pictures, just for the footage. And I feel like at some point it takes away from the fishing experience itself. So I think it's really important that we get out and go fishing without any of these distractions and go fishing just for yourself so you can experience your surroundings, be in touch with your surroundings, and just have some fun. So that's what I did this week. I packed up my truck and I spent a week on the Blackfoot River just fishing in the backcountry solo and catching some nice cutthroat trout. I didn't take a lot of footage over the last week when I was fishing, and I caught my personal best cutthroat trout 3 days in a row, which was really, really exciting. And it was incredible to experience this on a river with no other anglers. I didn't see one other fisherman out there my entire time. I set up camp next to the river and I heard elk bugling all night long, and it was absolutely incredible to hear these animals. The Beta's hatch was really strong when I was there. Large blue-winged olives coming off, and I used dry flies almost the whole time. There was no reason to change up. I didn't throw a nymph once my entire trip there. These fish were just so willing to eat on top. And I was having a blast catching, I would say, an average 15-inch cutthroat throughout the day, all day. I measured them, 15 inches was the average, and it was super exciting. These large cutties would just, surface to take my fly, set the hook, and it was on from there. And it wasn't until the last day I was there that I decided to throw a streamer, and I caught my biggest fish of the trip. So I had a pretty nice cutthroat eat a dry fly. And then a moment later, this other one just came out of nowhere, chased this cutthroat. As it chased the cutthroat, it was so aggressive. I thought it was a bull trout at first because there are bull trout in the Blackfoot River, but it wasn't a bull trout, it was another cutthroat. And I was like, wow, this thing's gonna eat a streamer. So I grabbed a white cheech leech out of my bag. I made my first cast with this cheech leech. It wasn't even close to the fish. There was a shelf and then a drop off next to a log. And this fish was sitting under the drop off, the deepest part of the water. And I threw my fly on top of the shelf and I was gonna let it swing down over the drop off into the deep water where the fish was. But my first cast, I botched it, threw my fly upstream of the fish, landed on the shelf in this much water, I kid you not. And the fish swam up from out of that deep section onto the shelf, took the fly right in front of me, and it was on. I don't have footage of the hook set, unfortunately, or the fighting the fish. I just took a shot of me holding it for some pictures. But sometimes it's mainly about experiencing it for yourself. You know, you can't always go out there and film every single time. It just takes the fun out of it at some point, you know. So that's what I did over the past couple weeks. Just took some time for myself to fish for me. And it was absolutely amazing. Had an incredible time. And I hope to do some more filming in the future. I'm going to be back at it. So stay tuned for some more videos.